All right, we've got the Jeep bumper project. This bumper is held on by not very much, okay? We are going to have to remove this bumper. So, probably is going to be those two bolts right there. And then, I believe, let me crawl up underneath there. Okay, I'm crawling up underneath here. Yeah, they're not in there, but there's two holes, one there and one there. Maybe hard to see because of the lack of light. Maybe you can see that. The issue that we're having here is that this, the rear frame that this bumper attaches to is too thin. This bumper is super heavy. If he wanted to pull anything, there's just not enough meat under here. Basically, what we're gonna do is, there's also a hole right here, but we are going to remove the bumper. They're just put on with a couple of bolts right here for now. We're gonna remove it, and then we're gonna put a piece of 1/4x3 flat bar across here. It could be 1/4x4 flat bar. It doesn't matter. But after we get it taken off, we're gonna put that on. We're gonna mark all the holes so that the holes line up. You're gonna have 2 holes here, 2 holes on the other side that have to match up, and we're gonna skip weld that flat bar all the way across back here with the holes in it that match up existing holes, and then we're going to reinstall the bumper with new bolts that are inside the cab of the Jeep. And then we've got to do something down here. It looks like he's tried to drill this hole out. It looks like he was very unsuccessful. So I don't know if we just don't get... This is the gas tank right here. So if you get crazy with the torch or something, just, man, be careful. But we're gonna need to figure out how to get this bolt out of there. If we can't get it out, I don't know what to do here. I can't reach in there and feel. I can't feel the end of that. Yeah, maybe we weld that dude on right there. Would that matter? We welded it? Man, pay attention right here. Put your wet rag in there or something. Don't let sparks get up in there. Don't weld that. I don't know what to do with that. Let me think. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss here on getting that one out. Over here, I know we can weld a nut onto that. Weld a nut on there real good, and then let it cool. That's important. Let it cool, and just back that dude off just real easy with the impact, and just barely hold that button down on that impact, and just let it go bump, and just be patient. If it breaks off, if the nut breaks off, put it back on there, weld it again. What you're gonna wanna do is, this will be with the bumper off, but you're gonna put a washer on there, and then you're gonna tack that washer, just baby tack it, and then you're gonna put a nut on top of that washer, hold it with a pair of vice grips, and then you're just gonna weld it in hot, fill all that in, and then stitch it with MIG welder. Get it hot, and let it cool, and then go in and start backing it off again with the impact. Just bump, 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 bump. It may take a couple of times, maybe take 3 times. Just keep doing it. It'll come. It's just going to take a little bit. But as you heat it and let it cool, the important part is let it cool. But when it does cool, it'll expand, and all that crap around the threads, it's going to smash that out. Smash it out. And then when it contracts, it'll leave a little bit of a cavity. So as it expands and contracts, when it gets hot and cold, every time that you weld a nut on there, it's going to loosen up. Just keep at it and just keep on going. It may take 3 times. It may take 4. I don't know. But that's the MO on that. Okay, we're back over here at this other one. The problem is it's recessed in there because he's tried to drill it. You may be able to put a nut up there and just tack it and fill it in and fill it in and fill it in and fill it in until you can start backing that off with a impact. I don't know. Just, man, keep a wet rag tucked up in there just to keep sparks from hitting it or anything like that. Then you should be fine. Whenever you get these removed, there are some really long bolts that we're going to have to put in from the top, but you're going to have to do it with the bumper off. Let me go get one. Okay, let me show you where the hardware is that he wants to use. It's right here in this little bucket here, and he's using all grade 8 stuff, which is what we have. So these are the long bolts that you can put down through the top of the tubing on the bolt extractions that we're going to have to do up underneath there. This will go all the way down through the top. We may have to tack the top of this to keep it from spinning, so that we can put that bottom. No, we won't be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do it. You'll figure it out. But we're going to have to put that in there up underneath somehow. If you get hung up, just get as far as you can with it, and then I'll finish it when I get back. But anyway, that's the Jeep project. I can't find any 4x3 flat bar, so we can rip. Just kidding. So we're just going to use 4x4 flat bar. It'll have to work. We can make it flush to the top of that back frame, and plug weld it. That way we can weld a little bit to the top, and then underneath we can skip weld on the bottom. Paint it black. Make sure you match all your holes before you weld anything. And that's the project. One more thing, when you're taking the bumper off, there's no reason why you can't back this sucker up. Use the man lift. Fork it right under here. That way that thing will fall a little bit onto the forks. This thing's heavy. It's made out of thick metal. It's heavy. You still got this A-frame thing, all that. So there's no reason why you shouldn't use the man lift. If you want to do it in the repair shop, totally good. Just, make sure you've got the chain hoist hooked up here, because that, again, some buck's heavy. So be careful and make sure you paint it when you're done. This guy considers this a collector's item. So just do a good job, make it look good, make everything line up. Good luck.